Daniel, or he goes by Danny, and you guys are with Sweep.
Yes.
And just like an amazing baseball team that just takes the whole entire series. This is what you're doing in the market, I'm guessing.
For Salesforce people, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, now Danny, tell us I guess the question for today is, what is the top sales activity that you could be doing right now to generate pipeline in this very top of funnel market?
So for us, it's all about creating awareness. We're a very new company. Being able to bring people into this buying journey, making them aware of the problems that we solve, and also that there is a solution for some of the challenges that they face. A lot of people that we talk to have no clue how to even start addressing problems around managing Salesforce and dealing with bandwidth issues. So for us, it's creating the awareness, staying top of mind as they inevitably run into the challenges that we solve. And then when they're coming to us, the qualification's much easier because the intent's already there.
Okay, and now if I said, I'll give you $1 million if you can generate $1 million in pipeline in a week and a half, what kind of activities are you going to be doing that are just the highest value sales activities to get that awareness into customers or into pipeline?
The most scalable thing is, in my opinion, like going through social channels, right? If you're giving me $1 million, there's still a limited number of hours in the day, a limited number of emails we could send, calls we could make. But if you're going on LinkedIn, for instance, and you're putting out relevant content, then the audience can be so much more vast. If you're promoting that content, really great way to reach a larger audience much faster and not have to worry about constraints like time or bandwidth.
Okay, and you also said that Slack is something that is a very strategic move for you. Tell me about that.
Slack communities for us, RevOps Co-op and RevGenius are both unbelievable forums where our personas are living in there. They're talking about their challenges, so not only is it a great indicator for us where there's pain signals that we might want to reach out about, but it's great just to hear our potential customers and the way that they talk about their problems and the way that they have challenges. It really helps us have context for any conversations that we might be having with people that are already in our pipeline.
What would be a tip for someone that's never gotten into Slack channels that they could hit the ground running with it to build pipeline out?
So getting in there and just being an active listener at first, for sure. Understanding what is the persona that they're going after, what do they really care about solving, how are they talking about their problems. Your cold outreach, everything writes itself it writes itself by itself. When you have the people that are essentially telling you, here's what's important to me, here's the way I talk about it, here's the solutions I'm trying, makes it much easier to craft messaging that's going to get people interested in checking us out.
So you listen, and then you kind of go in for the sweep.
Yes.
The sweep.
Sweep them into the pipeline.
Okay, and then we lost your social selling queen who was going to give us some social selling insights. Give me your top networking piece of advice that's going to help people build pipeline. Like activating your network to generate pipeline.
The first thing is making sure you have the right network. I would say that's the most important thing. You could put out the best content, you could have the most intelligent things to say. If your buyers aren't in your network and they don't hear it, what's the point, right? So adding people on LinkedIn, following them, looking at the type of content they're producing, getting them aware of whenever you do have something to say, it's the first most important step of social selling for sure.
Okay, you totally just crushed that. That was powerful. Give me one up top here. And we got a true New Yorker here, right? So
lifelong New Yorker.
And your one tip that you said about you, or your insight about you in New York for 2 truths and a lie. Give us the 2 truths and a lie that you do.
2 truths and a lie. So I've never had a driver's license in my entire life as a native New Yorker. I have gone to the top of the World Trade Center 3 different times, and I'm a diehard Knicks fan.
Cliffhanger. We're not going to tell you. Boom.